This is Ms. Heather, and you're in the Creole Cafe. This cooking segment is called 3-Act Cooking. We're going to take a meal from prep to midway to presentation, all in one show. Today we're going to be making rich girls, which are like po' boys in Louisiana, but a little bit better, a little bit spicier, and a little bit healthier. We're starting with our whole grain French bread, which is a must. I've chopped up some spinach, lettuce, and tomatoes here. This is just finely diced, and if you throw the spinach in there, no one notices how healthy it is. It's still just as delicious. Chopped up some pickles, and I have some tomato slices. I also have a Smart Balance butter, which has flax oil, which is a great thing. If you're going to use butter, you may as well throw in some flax. I've got my Louisiana hot sauce, and if you've come this way with me, I've got a wok to sear the shrimp up. I've got my shrimp here, which we're going to season, and we're going to put olive oil and make them delicious. We're going to get this pot screaming hot before we throw them in. We really want them to cook quickly, and it'll be a little bit crispy on the outside. These are tiger shrimp, and they are Louisiana shrimp, so we got some local food. You got to do that. And then we're going to also bake French fries, which is a great option. If you don't want to fry the food and have the heavy grease, you can do baked fries, baked cheese fries, which is delicious. Alright guys, we're going to take a break, and when we come back we're going to be midway through the meal. We're going to get this going. Welcome back to the Creole Cafe. Just to let you guys know a little bit about what we're making here, we have a pan of French fries, and these are not your regular French fries. This is the yuca fries with sea salt, and the oven crinkle. They're by Alexia, certified organic. These are healthier than your regular everyday French fries. They're a little less fat, calories, and they're also organic products, no pesticides. So we've got these in the pan, and we're just going to pop these in the oven here. And I've got the wok on pretty hot here, and I have my tiger shrimp. And I'm just going to get some seasoning. It's a local seasoning, a Targill. It's like a mixed red, black pepper, a lot of good spices and herbs. I think they have some paprika in here. Delicious. Garlic, onion. And we're going to do a little bit of Smart Balance light in the pan for the shrimp, and I'm also going to do a little bit of hot sauce just to give it a little kick. Alright guys, and we'll see you in a second with Act 2. Smell those delicious Louisiana tiger shrimp. While those are cooking, the fries are in the oven. I'm going to come right over here. By the way, I made this tartar sauce today. Watch upcoming shows for the recipe on this. Delicious garlic tartar sauce. You can just spread on your bread when it's nice and toasty. Put your shrimp on there and your mixed lettuce, spinach, tomato salad here. It's delicious. Okay, we've got our whole grain French bread. Delicious choice rather than the white bread. And we're going to go ahead and just plop the end off because we don't want the end. We're having dinner for 2 this evening, but you could make these as small as you like. If you had a big eater, you could just cut this right down the center, open it up, and fill it with shrimp. That would be delicious. We're having dinner for 2, so I'm just going to cut these in. See, that's about as much as I'm going to eat. Actually, we'll give that to my husband. For me, we'll have a smaller section. Chop off these bottoms. These are great. You could put olive oil, Parmesan, and just munch on these while you're waiting for your dinner. But I have 2 pieces of French bread that I'm just going to slice right down the center, all the way through, just to give you an idea. We'll just slice those, and that's what we'll make our sandwiches with. Now this prep stuff here, we have pickles chopped up, I have tomatoes sliced, and this is spinach that you find in any grocery store, near the salad, any mixed lettuce bags, it's there. You just chop it up real fine and mix it with the lettuce. And that's about it for prep. This is a really easy meal. Remember, it's called Rich Girls, which is a great thing to say. Rather than po' boys, you can have rich girls for dinner. Join us soon for Act 3. We've got our shrimp sitting here. I turned the heat off on those. Have our delicious baked French fries, which I popped in the oven for about 10 minutes. Then I pulled them out, and I added sea salt and black pepper and mixed them around with my tongs. Gotta have tongs. And I popped them back in for about 7 or 8 minutes. And now I'm going to pull them out, and I'm just going to slather them with cheese, which I love cheese on baked French fries. It's the best. So we're just going to grab handfuls of this. This is a reduced fat cheddar and Monterey Jack mix. It's delicious. So we're just going to cover those with cheese, make them look nice and delicious. And we're going to pop them back in the oven. You could even turn the temperature off on the oven if you wanted to, but I'm going to leave it on. I'm just going to put it back in for a couple more minutes. And when we come back, we're going to have our sandwiches dressed. We're doing this Southern style, so that means fully dressed, which is tartar sauce, lettuce, tomato, pickle, spicy brown, regular mustard, tomato ketchup, hot sauce, a little bit of everything. So we're going to take these back to the oven, pop them back in. We've got our breads getting nice and toasty, getting ready for dinner. Shrimp ready to go. And next time will be time for dinner. Hi, Miss Heather again. Welcome back to Act 3, where dinner is served. Here we go. Rich girls. Not poor boys, not po' boys, but rich girls. Delicious. These rich girls are a great idea for parties. If you would like, you could make these, you could make them all messy and throw all your pickles and lettuce and spinach in, and then you could slice the shrimp up, dice them up real nice and small, put them in the bread, close the bread, and you could slice it up in squares. Little finger sandwiches for a party. Rich girls at your dinner party. Time for dinner! Yum, rich girls. We're going to sit down to dinner now. Thanks for joining us in the Creole Cafe. And remember our motto, from the deep south to your healthy mouth. Y'all come back now.
The night you said, I love you. Remember you vowed by all the stars above you. Remember